Flying for the very first time? Nervous? Excited? Maybe both? Don't worry, I've got you. In this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know before you head to the airport so you feel confident and prepared from the moment you pack to the moment your plane touches down. Let's go.
Dream vacations start here.
Let's start with preparation. Before you even leave your home, here are some things you'll want to do. Number one, choose your seat. If you haven't chosen a seat yet for your flight, you should consider doing so. Now, depending on the airline you're flying on and the fare type you purchased, you may have to pay extra to be able to choose your seat. If you can choose your seat, where should you sit? If you want the most legroom, choose a bulkhead seat. It acts as a divider, usually between the different classes of seats or even the lavatories and galleys. The downside of getting a bulkhead seat, however, is that you'll lose the underseat storage, and you'll be forced to store your things in the overhead bins. Exit row seats will also give you more legroom, but I wouldn't choose those seats on your very first airline flight, as you'll be responsible for assisting other passengers on the plane should an emergency occur. If you want rest on your flight or want to take in the views from the air, choose a window seat. If you want to be able to get up easily, choose an aisle seat. Number two, avoid tight layovers. If you have booked a flight that has less than an hour between flights, you might want to consider rebooking your flight to give yourself more time to make the connection, especially for major airports. Boarding for your next flight will usually begin 30 minutes or more before the departure time, and then you have to factor in the time it'll take to get off your first flight, which might take 10 or 15 minutes, and then the time it'll take to walk to the next gate at the connecting airport, which could be in another concourse or terminal. It makes for a tight connection, assuming your flight arrives on time. To give yourself peace of mind, as a first-time flyer, I would give yourself 1.5 to 2 hours between connecting flights. And as you fly more, you can shorten that time a little bit. Number three, download your airline's app. Downloading your airline's app will give you mobile boarding passes, real-time gate updates, and flight alerts. You can also print out a physical boarding pass at the airport, but just know that some airlines do charge a small fee to print out a boarding pass. Number four, check in online 24 hours before your flight. Checking in online will save you time and help you avoid long lines at the airport. If you're just taking a carry-on bag, you can actually skip the check-in lines at the airport and head straight to the security lines. If you have to check a bag, you will, for most airlines, be able to prepay for your bags so that all you'll need to do at the airport is print your bag tags and drop them off at the bag drop. Number five, prep your documents. Make sure you have a valid ID, which for domestic flights has to be Real ID compliant. Look for a star on the top right of your driver's license. If you have one, you're all set. If you don't have one, you can use a passport instead, or you'll have to get your license updated to the Real ID standard. If you're traveling internationally, you can upload or scan your passport on the airline's website, as well as any visas that may be required for the country you are visiting. Doing this will allow you to receive your boarding passes ahead of time and significantly cut down or even eliminate the need for you to go through the check-in lines at the airport if you don't have to check a bag. Next up, packing. And no, you don't need 5 pairs of shoes for a 3-day trip. The most important thing to know when packing is the 3-1-1 rule for any liquids, gels, pastes you'll be packing in your carry-on or personal item bag. They have to be in 3.4 ounce or 100 milliliter containers or less, and they all have to fit in one clear quart size bag. And only one bag of liquids is allowed per passenger. Now, if you are going to check a bag, then you can pack as many liquid and gel items that you want, but just be mindful of the weight of your bag, as most airlines have a set weight limit, and if you go over, you'll be hit with a hefty fee. Other items that you may want to pack in your carry-on are headphones, preferably noise canceling, a portable charger to keep your electronic devices charged, snacks, which as long as they are solid snacks, can be brought on board the plane. If you want to save a little bit of money, then bring an empty water bottle that you can fill up once you're through security. You'll find that buying drinks and food at the airport are quite expensive. The other item that I would recommend bringing is gum. You'll experience pressure changes on the airplane, and so chewing gum will help to keep your ears from plugging up. Yawning will also help. If you happen to have a little bit of a head cold, it's going to be really difficult to be able to clear your ears, and you could experience some painful ear pressure. If you find yourself in this situation, I found that taking Sudafed 30 minutes before your flight can really help to keep your ears clear. And then the other items that I would recommend bringing with you on the plane is a book, or you can download a movie or show on your phone or tablet to be able to watch on the plane to keep yourself entertained. For luggage tips, if you want to stay organized, use packing cubes like these, but the most important thing you need to do is check your airline's luggage policy. Airlines tend to have different size and weight limits for carry-on luggage, and you may have to pay extra to bring a carry-on on the plane with you. The other thing you want to do is pack your bag of liquids if you'll be packing one in either your carry-on or personal item bag in an easy to get to place, as you may be asked to take it out of your bag when going through airport security. Let's now talk about getting through the airport. As this will be your first time going through the airport process, you want to get to the airport early, 2 hours before your scheduled departure time for a domestic flight and 3 hours before for an international flight. As I mentioned before, downloading the airline's app is going to help you save time and give you up-to-date alerts about your flight. If you need to check a bag, you're going to have to first go to the airline's check-in counter and use the kiosk to print your bag tags. Just know that you'll have to weigh and present your ID to an airline employee at the bag drop to complete this process of checking a bag. For international flights, you'll also have to present your passport and any required visas if you have not already uploaded this information on the airline's app or website. You will have to do this before you can check in and receive a boarding pass. When going through security, at least for U.S. airports, all you will need is your ID. This can be your driver's license or a passport. If you're using a driver's license, just make sure it's Real ID compliant. It'll have a star on the top right corner if it is. Otherwise, if you don't see a star on your license, it'll need to be updated to meet the TSA ID standards. There have been some new changes to the TSA security process. For one, you no longer have to take off your shoes. However, you do have to take out your quart-sized bag of liquids and any electronics larger than your cell phone out of your bag and place it in the security bin, as well as any metal belts. There is talk of this changing, as well as there may come a time when you may not need to take anything out of your bag when going through security. If you want to go through security quickly with the least amount of hassle, then I would consider getting TSA PreCheck. This is a program you can enroll into that essentially works as a fast pass through security. You'll have a dedicated line that is separate from the regular security lines, with the average wait time to go through security being less than 10 minutes. If you're flying international, then there's another program you can enroll into called Global Entry. This will allow you to bypass customs when returning back into the U.S., saving you from having to wait in a long customs line. The process for getting Global Entry is a lot longer, but it also does include TSA PreCheck, so you have the benefit of both programs. You can find more information about both programs down in the video description. After you have gone through security, make sure to check your gate information, as it can change. You can do this through the airline app or the departure screens located throughout the airport. This would also be a good time to go to the bathroom, fill up your water bottle, charge your phone, or grab some snacks to take on the flight with you. If you have a connecting flight, make sure to check your gate information again when you land and use airport maps to help you navigate your way to the next gate. There will be plenty of signs at the airport as well to guide you to where you need to go. If you checked a bag, your bag will automatically be transferred onto the next flight for you, unless you booked each flight separately or you're entering a new country where you're required to collect your bag and recheck it once through immigration and customs. If you're feeling nervous or anxious about your flight, it's totally normal. Here are some ways to stay calm in the sky. Number one, listen to calming music or guided meditation. Apps like Headspace and Calm are great to use. Number two, avoid caffeine. It can make you jittery and make you more anxious. Instead, stick to drinking water. Number three, keep distractions ready. A podcast, a book, a game, or a downloaded show or movie can all help with keeping your mind off the flight itself. Number four, use box breathing, also called square breathing. It's a deep breathing technique that involves inhaling for 4 seconds, holding 4 seconds, and exhaling for 4 seconds. This breathing method can help manage stress and improve focus by calming the nervous system, making it useful in high-pressure situations or as a relaxation tool. Number five, talk to the flight attendants. They are trained to help and can be super reassuring. Once you're in the air, here's how to make the most of your first flying experience. Number one, get comfortable. Adjust your seatbelt low and snug. Turbulence is common and can occur at any time. It can be an uncomfortable experience, but I assure you, the plane can handle the most extreme turbulence and then some. Pilots try to avoid it as best they can, but sometimes it's unavoidable. But keeping your seatbelt on will help keep you safe. Cabin temperatures tend to vary on flights, so it's best to dress in layers so that you're prepared for any temperature. For longer flights, make sure to stand up and stretch every once in a while and bring a neck pillow, eye mask, and noise-canceling headphones to help you rest. Number two, hydrate and snack. Most airlines will provide a drink and snack service, but if not, make sure to bring your own snacks and drinks on the plane with you. And number three, enjoy the ride. Look out the window during takeoff. It's kind of magical, at least for me it is, and then try to relax and enjoy the fact that you're doing something new. Ready to make your first international trip stress-free? Download my free international first flight checklist today. It'll show you exactly what to do before you fly so you can travel with confidence. Click the link below in the video description to grab your copy. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I hope to catch you again in a future video.